Well, folks, I took the day off yesterday and back at it today. Got some pretty good work done and not too many hours out here. The biggest thing is I got the transom all in and the pump located, cut out, and everything is looking good with that. I also flipped the boat over and it's upside down as we speak right now. Welded out the 5/16 to 3/16 butt joint on the bottom. Got the outside edge-to-edge welds all done. Got the pump block all welded in on inside and outside now. And getting ready probably tomorrow to start getting the plastic in here. So a couple things that popped up. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter so you're gonna get bored, and then throw in a couple tips or techniques that I use. And I'm gonna talk about one real quick. So get the pump in, you put it in the boat and then you cut out and get it in. So then when you push it up against the transom, you just reach inside there and scribe a circle around where that pump is touching the transom, right? So now you have a scribed circle on your transom, and now it's time to cut out, hopefully, a perfect circle right where you want it to be. So how do you do that? I have some pretty big hole saws, so that's what I did. So going back to our old geometry days, how do you find the center of that circle? Because you're using a hole saw, you got to find the center of that circle, and who cares what size the circle is, but one way of finding that, going back to, 9th or 10th grade geometry, the intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of two lines drawn on that circle. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Here's just a random circle. Let's just say that that's what I have lined out on the transom, right? Draw two lines. I try to make them like an even number, like 6 or 5 or something that's easy. And then you find the center point of that. It doesn't matter where those are as long as you know the length of it, so you can find the center of it. Did that twice, okay? So now here comes the tricky part. You got to do the perpendicular bisector. So line that up perpendicular to there. Now what do I do with my pen? Okay, time out. Thought I was ready to do this, obviously not. Let me get a pen. So draw the line perpendicular to that line. So we're gonna draw that one. And then here's the other one. So again, perpendicular and bisecting that line. Boom. Okay, where those two meet, that is the center of your circle. So draw two lines, cut it in half, and draw a perpendicular line to it. Do 2 of those. If you have any question at all, do a third one, find the middle of it, and it should go right through the middle of that thing too. So that's tip number 1. And there's other ways of doing it, of drawing arcs, intersecting arcs, and all that kind of stuff, but I don't have a big enough compass or protractor in my shop to do that. So there are ways of doing that as well. Let me know in your comments how you find the center of a circle like that. Tip number 2 that I was kind of using today is argon flow rates on an outside edge. Okay, so I have let me get my gun. I have kind of mocked up here an inside edge or a fillet weld and an outside edge, right, on the outside of that. So when you put your gun in there, think about the argon. Where is the argon going? The argon is flowing out of the barrel and it's hitting both sides, and it's kind of trapped in this valley in here, right? So you're getting good argon coverage because it has walls to bounce against. Okay, well, what about the outside of that edge? Well, now you put your gun on there like so. Where is that argon going? Well, a bunch of it is just gonna go flow to the outsides of it, so you're not gonna have as good as argon coverage. So my welds were getting kind of dirty, and I cleaned and made sure I used acetone and a good clean stainless brush, and they were still just kind of had this look to it. So I'm like, I'm gonna try my upping the argon flow rate on that. And a few months ago, I searched and searched. There's all kinds of machining and welding YouTube channels for tips like that, and I couldn't find any specific flow rates for different types of weld, like a butt weld or a fillet weld or an outside edge weld like that. I couldn't find any information. So I just started messing with it. And I typically flow about 25 to 27 cubic feet per hour of when I'm just doing a kind of a fillet weld. I started dialing it up and I got up to about almost 33 to 35 CHS or C cubic feet per, what is what is that thing on the Argon? It is C, let me put on my glasses, CFH, cubic feet per hour of the Argon. So I was dialed it up to about 32 to 35, and I was getting much cleaner looking welds once I did that. Realize you're going through the Argon pretty quick, but you know, got some better welds by doing that. So those are my two kind of tips, if you will, today for finding the center of circle and upping that Argon flow rate on those outside edge welds. Here's the current status of the boat. It's all upside down. I did throw the plastic up here, and this was kind of easy. Just kind of clamp this back in position, put a strap over it, climbed underneath the boat, scribed it out, and drilled up through. So that was pretty simple to do. And then obviously these ones are not pre-drilled out, so I'm gonna have to line out and mark out where those bolt holes are going to go. So it's gonna be a little bit longer process putting the plastic on than the normal Skookum 13, where it's all pre-drilled and pre-tapered for those stainless hardware that puts those in there. You also have to make sure that you deconflict your bolt holes with the undercarriage, if you will, the engine bearers and things like that in the inside of the boat. So that'll take a little extra time to do that, but that's it. Just a quick howdy doody on things, on how they're going, a couple tips and techniques. And once again, thanks for watching. Like that, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. If you want to see other stuff, and by all means, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your friends how awesome the Jolly Roger 907 YouTube channel is. Thanks for watching.